Hello，大家好，大家歡迎大家嚟到咧 ADM 嘅頻道，我係你嘅移民顧問阿 Ken。咁啊近日咧都好多人問緊咧一啲public school 嘅 application 啦，咁點先可以咧銜接到Hong Kong Pathway 嘅 Stream A 啦。咁咧但係亦都咧又開始好多人問咧，究竟除咗 public school 之外咧有冇其他嘅選擇？咁今日咧我哋會講解一下咧一啲 private school 私立嘅學校 DLI 嘅學校咧點樣可以銜接到落去 Stream A 嘅。咁我諗咧，好多朋友咧都清楚IELTS 呢個機構啦。咁 IELTS 呢個機構咧，亦都係一個加拿大好出名嘅英文嘅學校啦。除此之外咧，其實佢都辦好多唔同嘅課程，特別咧有啲課程咧係同 public school 合辦嘅一啲課程。咁今日咧，我哋好高興啦，請到 IELTS 嘅區域經理咧 Suji，咁咧今日同我哋講解一下兩間唔同嘅學校嘅合作嘅模式啦，同埋咧點樣先可以咧喺個 Hong Kong Pathway 底下咧運用到呢啲學校嘅課程咧。嚟到加拿大申請呢個 PR 嘅，咁我哋有請 Suji 幫我哋解釋一下，究竟呢兩間學校究竟有啲乜嘢嘅特色啦。咁第一間咧會係Georgian College 嘅，咁交俾 Suji。Hello Suji。
Hi Ken, how are you?
It's good. Today we would like to introduce some private school in IELTS. So that to match up the Hong Kong pathway under Stream A, it will be a very good option for Hong Kong people, especially for young people, because of the price and the cost choice. So here is your time.
Okay, great. I'm very, very happy to be here to tell you about our exciting programs, especially for Hong Kong clients who are looking to immigrate to Canada, work in Canada long term, or just like want to experience what Canada is all about. So I do have a presentation ready for anyone who wants to hear about our program. So let me show you the presentation, and then I'll go over more details.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So I'll start to speak a little bit slowly so that everybody can get a full details. So my name is Suji once again. I'm the regional manager at ILAC Higher Education. So I am in charge of covering college programs. So we do have a very exciting programs for Hong Kong clients. So if we move on to the second presentation, second slides, I'll show you what college that you'll be studying at. So we have two college options that you can choose from, one in Vancouver, one in Toronto. So the one on top, Georgian, ILAC, Toronto. So Georgian at ILAC Toronto. So that's one school, one campus that we have in Toronto. And the location of it is downtown, very centrally located, which means you'll have access to all the part-time job, full-time jobs, and also all the amenities. And if you're looking to move to Vancouver, then you can look at the logo below. It's RDC at Sterling College. So RDC is Red Deer College. This college is actually located in Red Deer, Alberta. However, Sterling College is located in Vancouver. So we are very centrally located again in downtown Vancouver, and you'll be studying Red Deer College's programs and be eligible there you go. So if you look at the map, so that's where you see the pin. That's where the campus is. And that is very centrally located. And for those of you who've never probably been to Canada, you will realize how important the location is once you come here. Because if you live anywhere that's far from the city or downtown, you will probably need to take transit for a very long time, or you will have to even sometimes have a car to get around. However, our campus locations both in Toronto and Vancouver are very, very conveniently located, so you'll definitely benefit from that. So if we move on to the next slide. So if I can tell you just in the nutshell, what kind of programs we have. So we have both diploma programs and postgraduate certificate programs, and they're in business, healthcare, nursing, project management, IT, human resources management. So that's all we have at the moment. And coming up in 2022 and 2023, we're going to add more programs. So this nature of the programs, we call this public-private partnerships. So because all these programs that we're offering are coming from public college. I know a lot, public college programs are very, very popular, not only in Asia, in Hong Kong specifically as well. So when you graduate, you will receive, if you go to Toronto option, if you go to Toronto College, you'll receive a Georgian college's credential. And if you come to Vancouver, you'll receive Red Deer College's credential, which are both public schools. And before I move on to talk more about the programs, I would like to tell you about this very exciting scholarship opportunities that we have at the moment. So this is only available for January and May intake. And it is a very large scholarship, which is $10,000 scholarship. So how we apply this in practice is that you'll receive $2,500 in first semester, another $2,500 on the second, another $2,500 on the third, and another one on the fourth. So that becomes total $10,000 scholarship. So the seats are actually filling up quite quickly. For January intake, we're almost closed, and for May, we only have a few spots, and a lot of applications are coming in for September intake at the moment. And because we have a smaller class size, which also might work really well, a lot of the students really prefer having the smaller class size. The seats are also filling up quite quickly. So I really want you to take advantage of this. And also, not only we have a large scholarship, we also have, so on the slides, you can see approximately how much the regular price is. It is around $31,000. But with $10,000 scholarship, you will only be paying around $20,000 in total, which is very fantastic because in Canada, public colleges don't give out that big of a scholarship. However, because this is together in a partnership with ILOC, we are able to offer this really fantastic scholarship for our students. So yeah, as we can see up there, so for 2 years diploma, 2 years postgraduate programs, the total cost approximately will be about $20,000, which is very, very affordable, very, very cheap for Canadian institutions. So this is, if you're thinking to move to Canada, if you're thinking to come here to get your permanent residency, definitely I want you to take advantage of this while it's still available. And then I really look forward to seeing more Hong Kong clients, and we are getting a lot of Hong Kong clients for our programs at the moment. So yeah, don't hesitate, just apply today if you can. So I will tell you now about what programs we have in more details. So here in Vancouver, we have a software development and network administration. So these two programs are IT related, and they're both 2 years long, 4 semesters. We have 3 start dates, so January, May, and September. And location is again Vancouver downtown. You do not need to have any previous background in working in IT. As long as you have a high school graduation, anybody can apply. And then we'll move on to the admission requirement and process. I won't really talk about it more in details because I'm sure if you have more questions, Admission Hub is there to help you out with every step of the way. One thing I would like to emphasize, though, is the English requirement. So a lot of times in Canada, when you try to get into Canadian institutions, everybody is required to have IELTS. However, in our programs, you do not need to have IELTS, which is a fantastic news for a lot of international students. Instead, what you can bring to us, what you can show us as a proof of your English is that you simply need to go through our pathway program. So ILOC also has an ESL Pathway Programs, and there is a certain level that you need to meet in order to get into our Sterling College programs, and that level is 2.2. And 2.2 is relatively very low. In IELTS, you can probably compare that to IELTS 5.0, which is actually very low for Canadian colleges. So you do not need to have IELTS. You can simply take our pathway program and graduate with that level, or you can also take Duolingo. Duolingo is also another really great, convenient option. Yeah, I would like to emphasize that you do not need to have IELTS. I know a lot of students are afraid of taking IELTS because it's a very difficult test. So if you're applying through Stream A and you're really interested in applying in our programs, definitely consider the fact that the English requirement for our program is very easy. And we will also move on to the next slide. So the third question, which is the last, the third program. So the last program we have at Sterling College is the Healthcare Practice and Management. So this program is for nurses. It's basically a nursing program. So if you are a nurse yourself in Hong Kong and you have nursing experience, you went to school for nursing, and you have the nursing registration, then you are eligible to apply for this program. This program is 2 years, 6 semesters. Its start dates, intakes are fall, winter, summer, and also location is downtown Vancouver. And for all these programs that I'm explaining to you, they're all PGWP eligible, which means after you graduate from the programs, you can apply for work permit. So while you are waiting for your PR to be processed, you can still legally work and stay in Canada. For the admission process for nursing program, again, one of the things that I really want to emphasize is the fact that you do not need IELTS to get into these programs. There is IELTS Pathway, Duolingo, and other types of exams that are equivalent to IELTS as well. So I want you to take note and keep that in mind. And it's actually very unusual for Canadian institutions to not be asking only IELTS. So in that sense, our programs are actually very attractive for a lot of Hong Kong clients. And make sure that you meet all the requirements. You have to be currently a nurse, registered nurse in Hong Kong. Okay, so the next slide, we're moving on to Toronto. So here in Toronto, we have 4 programs available for you: Business Diploma, Project Management, Global Business Management, and Human Resource Management. So if you look at the first program, which is Business Diploma, it is the only undergraduate diploma we have in Toronto. It's 2 years long and 4 semesters, and start dates are all the same. All programs have the same start dates, which is January, May, and September. And if you move on to project management on the right-hand side, it is post-degree. So it is postgraduate certificate. It is 1 year though. So this is 1 year program and 2 semesters, and start dates are fall, winter, summer. And one thing that I would like to maybe quickly point out is that for PGWP, they're all PGWP eligible, but depending on the length of the program, your PGWP length will be slightly different as well. Also, Global Business Management, that is also postgraduate certificate, which is for 2 years. And there are 4 semesters, and the start dates are the same. Last program is Human Resource Management, which is actually 1 year program, 1 year program that's postgraduate certificate. Okay. And so I will just kind of finish off with the admission requirements for Georgian college programs. Again, it's a very simple procedure. You don't need to wait a long time for us to process your application. We're actually very quick in processing. And also the English requirements are relatively very low, so it's easier for you to get in. For example, our business diploma program, which is undergraduate, you only need high school diploma. We're not looking for any specific grades or anything like that. So high school diploma with the successful passing grade on English and grade 12 math or 11. That's all we are asking for. And for graduate programs, which is the other 3 programs that I talked about in Toronto, it's also we're accepting Esl Pathway level instead of IELTS, and Duolingo and other requirements as well. And also, a lot of times who are applying for graduate programs, you already have work experience. You already went to college or university. So if you have all those, please submit that to us as well, to Admission Hub, and they'll be happy to process your application. And hopefully, this whole session was very informative, and this gives you extra boost and motivation for you to apply as soon as possible and make your dream come true in Canada.
So thank you, Suji. It's a very good presentation about, I think Hong Kong people know more about IELTS cooperate with public school. So let me explain some key points in Cantonese for them. Okay, so 所以咧頭先咧啱啱講解咗嘅咧，其實幾個重要嘅地方啦，就係咧，其實咧 IELTS 呢個教育集團咧，其實佢可以咧有一啲其他嘅 option 俾你哋，就係話有一啲 public school 嘅課程咧，其實會喺一個 downtown 嘅地方咧，你可以喺嗰度上堂啦。好處就係乜嘢啊？佢同 public school 嘅特性係一樣嘅，佢都可以有 PGWP 啦，亦都可以有你嘅 spousal work permit 啦，同埋亦都可以帶小朋友過嚟咧，又做一個免費嘅讀書嘅。咁另外咧，亦都係頭先亦都講到啦，佢嗰個學費啦，亦都係好相宜啦，甚至咧好多時都會有一啲 promotion 嘅。咁對於即係嚟到加拿大嘅時候，其實都好多時都要關注到嗰個經濟嘅問題嘅時候咧，呢個亦都係一個好嘅 option 啦。佢有同樣又係公立學校嘅一啲特性啦，亦都有一啲特別嘅 promotion 啦，係啦，地點亦都方便啦。再加上咧，你會睇到咧，其實本身佢嗰個requirement 啦，特別係英語嘅 requirement 啦，同埋學歷嘅 requirement 咧，都係比較容易達得到嘅，係啦。另外啦，佢出 LOA 啦 ，Letter of Acceptance 咧個時間會比其他公立學校快啦。呢個咧亦都好適合咧喺唔同嘅時間咧，你去做一個申請嘅。當有時可能public school 可能會個申請期會長嘅時候咧，你可以選擇呢一啲學校咧，有唔同嘅 intake 嘅時間啦，亦都咧喺 LOA 嘅發出嘅時候咧，時間會短啲，可以配合到你嘅計劃。OK， 咁咧留意一點啊，我唔知頭先你有冇見到啦，就係咧其實咧報呢啲學校嘅時候咧，有啲課程咧佢係提供埋12個星期嘅免費 IELTS 嘅 pathway 嘅課程㗎，即係話咧，只要咧你想讀呢啲課程，而你又想用 IELTS 嘅 IELTS 嘅課程去達到個英文程度嘅話咧，你可以喺呢度咧得到一個好大嘅優惠啦。係啦，咁最後咧，亦都啦，你見到咧，其實佢嘅課程選擇咧，你都應該會揾得到啊，因為咧佢有好多唔同嘅選擇啦，有 business 嘅課程啦，甚至咧當中最打星星一個位咧，就係咧佢有一個護士嘅課程嘅。我過往咧都有好多護士咧都諗緊究竟點先可以加拿大咧執業啦，係啦，咁本身你自己係一個護士嘅時候咧，我知道咧其實要喺加拿大執業咧要經過好長嘅時間嘅，咁經過呢個課程嘅話咧，如果你符合條件啦，係啦，咁咧讀呢個 postgraduate 嘅課程咧，你可以重新喺加拿大呢個咁需要嘅護理嘅市場裏邊咧，重新讀個書，重新喺度執業，咁咧我諗希望咧喺呢度幫到好多唔同嘅香港人。So thank you, Suji, for the interview. And then I know that Hong Kong people would have many questions about the course in the future. So we may keep contact, and then I can so that they can ask more questions and then choose these 2 schools as their Hong Kong path under the Hong Kong pathway.
Yes, absolutely. That would be my pleasure. And also, we are experiencing a high volume of Hong Kong clients inquiring about these programs. So you can definitely trust us and trust Admission Hub with your application. So I really want you to take advantage of this large scholarship that we have at the moment. And also, we're offering courier services as well for you. So if you want to, when you come to Canada, I know a lot of the students don't have family members or close friends. So it's very hard to make friends and also get a part-time job or find a full-time job after graduation. So we have a whole team dedicated to help you find a job in Canada as well. So I wanted to emphasize that too.
Yeah, that's a very attractive add-on service for Hong Kong people, especially for young people. They don't have lots of experience and they don't have the establish their social network right here. So thank you very much for today's interview, and then we will keep in touch, and then hope that more and more Hong Kong people know more about IELTS and the courses, so that they can choose it as their pathway. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.